Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Lordship.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Salam.
Good evening, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for joining, sir. We will start the program in
Yeah, sure.
right, sir.
Welcome, Fatma.
Good afternoon, Iram. How are you?
I am good. How about you?
I'm good, doing great. Thank you very much.
Ma'am, do we start? Do we start, ma'am? Ma'am, do we start?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good evening and welcome everyone to our one of the most important flagship event, SK Mishra Memorial International Mediation and Negotiation Competition 5.0. This is one of the most prestigious mediation competition that we have in our law school that is being conducted over the last 5 years. We started in the offline mode in the year 2020, but since then we have reached to the 5th edition of the competition, and by this edition we have seen all rise in this competition from the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th edition. I'm very privileged to convey to all of you that in this competition, this year also and last year also, we have the pleasure of having the registration of more than 500 teams all across the world. And we only allow 4 teams from one law school. So we have to select among them. And we shortlisted only 100 teams last year as well and this year as well to participate in this event. This has turned to be one of the most prestigious mediation competition all across the world. And we have the pleasure of having teams from South America, North America, Europe, many teams from Asia, East Asia, South Asia. And every year we are seeing participation and advancing to the advanced rounds, teams from all across the world. We have maintained one of the best judging and transparent positions in this competition from the preliminary level to preliminary second level, which is octa, and then quarters and semis and final. Today also in the final, we have the pleasure of having the presence of judges from 3 continents. And there were teams from 2 different continents. And we have seen that how qualitatively this competition has actually raised and created an important portion for itself, position for itself in the skill development exercise for the students. we have been keeping our eye every time that how we can make sure to raise the level of the competition in terms of quality of moot problem, quality of judging, in terms of transparency, in terms of quality of teams from all across the world. And I'm very privileged to say, convey to you all that my organizing committee has made all efforts to ensure that all quality team from all across the world must have to participate in this competition every year after year. And all credit goes to my organizing committee, my core committee, and the contribution of Ms. Iram Majid ma'am for all the support which she has gained in terms of the judging, in terms of the teams from all across the world, and in terms of drafting solely all the problems from preliminary level to octa, to quarter, to semi and final, and then confidential information, and then evaluating all the mediation plans meritoriously, and then submitting the score sheets, and all across the time in last 2-3 months. I mean, kind of keeping all eye on the deadlines and providing all the necessary guidance, important guidance and support to all of us. And that is how this competition has made a mark for itself, because of the great support from all the judges, from the mentors, from the student community, participating student community, organizing student community. And I'm very glad to say that the teams which have been participating this year have participated last year. The team which has participated last year, they have also participated 2 years before. So continuously, we can see that teams from all across India, all across the world have been continuously participating. And this is only because of the good work of all the student community, that this competition is creating a transparent and quality training and skill learning exercise for all the students of the whole world. And this is what is our endeavor in Lloyd, that we are here to create an important progression for all the law school students across the world, that skill learning is one of the most important thing. Knowledge is something which is a continuous process, but skill is something which is first most important thing in the legal profession. Without quality skill learning, there is nothing which is possible. Knowledge is something which is continuous. Yes, it goes along side by side, but skill learning is something which has to be taken primarily by the students all across the world. Whether they are studying in A law school or Z law school, it doesn't make any difference when it comes to profession, practice, and progression in bar and bench. So we are very glad to have the presence of all the dignitaries over here. I would request our chairman, sir, the chairman of Lloyd Group of Institutions, Mr. Manohar Thairani, sir, to kindly deliver the welcome address. Sir.
Thank you, sir. Very good evening to all of you. Honorable Mr. Justice A. Mahmood Mushtaq, sir, Judge, High Court of Kerala, Chief Guest of the function. Our guest of honor, Mr. Sudhir Mishra, sir, Founder and Managing Partner, Trust Legal. Ms. Iram Majid, Central Government Standing Counsel, Chairperson of Lima, Director IAM and APCM. Ms. Fatima Gayat, General Counsel. Our Director, sir, Salim, sir, Ms. Desi Palvi, participants of the competition, eminent dignitaries, faculty members, and our very dear students. A very, very good evening to all of you. It is our proud privilege and honor to host the 5th edition of the S.K. Mishra Memorial International Mediation and Negotiation Competition, and it gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to this valedictory function. At the outset, I thank you all for your contribution in making this competition a grand success. Lloyd is proud to be part of spreading the knowledge of mediation and negotiation among the law students throughout the world. Today, alternate dispute resolution has become central to legal practice. Mediation and negotiation competition is being organized by us to enhance students' client management skills, to better equip them at handling pragmatic problems by giving them an interdisciplinary outlook of approaching legal issues. By this competition, I'm sure that the participating students were provided with a platform not only to hone their mediation and negotiation skills, but also life skills of problem solving and decision making, as it provides insight into both life and profession. We are extremely honored today by the gracious presence of Honorable Mr. Justice A. Mahmood Mushtaq Sir, Judge High Court of Kerala, as our chief guest of the function. Lordship's presence here exhibits his passion and commitment for legal education. I sincerely thank you, Lordship, for sparing your valuable time on a Sunday and gracing us with your presence as the chief guest for this valedictory function. A very, very heartiest welcome to your Lordship. Advocate Sudhir Mishra Sir, founder and managing partner, Trust Legal Advocates, and is a very dear friend of the college. We are grateful for your advice and support for this company, sir. A very, very warm welcome to you, sir. We are indebted to Iram Madam for the Standing Council of the Central Government for helping us fully in organizing this competition. A very, very warm welcome to you, Madam. It gives us immense pleasure in welcoming Ms. Fatima Gate, ma'am. A very heartfelt welcome to you, Madam. The participants of several universities from all over the regions truly reflect the usefulness and relevance of this competition. As we could see, all the participant teams have sent their jewels, which led to a vibrant competition. I applaud the hard work put in by all competitors and congratulate all for making it a success. It's my pleasure to welcome our director, sir, Daisy Madam, faculty members, and our dear students who have worked day and out for this competition, and without whose cooperation, this competition would not have been a success. With these words, let me welcome all of you to the S.K. Mishra Memorial International Mediation and Negotiation Competition. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your kind words. I now request Ms. Daisy Pallavi to kindly provide the event report to all of us.
Thank you, sir. A very good evening to all the respected dignitaries, participants, my team members, and all the respected audience present here today. It's a moment of utmost pride and honor for me to read this event report for the 5th time in this 5th edition. Lloyd Law College organized the 5th edition of its flagship global event named SK Mishra Memorial International Mediation and Negotiation Competition 5.0. Powered by Trust Legal Advocates and Solicitors, BW Legal World, Saraf and Partners, Newman Law Offices, MZM Legal LLP, and Phoenix Legal. This competition was organized with technical support from Indian Institute of Arbitration and Mediation and the Asia Pacific Center for Arbitration and Mediation. We have received 450 plus provisional registration from around 150 law schools and shortlisted 100 teams across 15 countries as like UK, Malaysia, Sri Lanka, Singapore, Bangladesh, and many more to compete in this prestigious competition. This competition aimed to promote the use of mediation and negotiation among the young generation of law professionals with a mindset equipped to effectively resolve the disputes. This academic event sought to encourage the effective use of mediation and open exchange of ideas, experience, and know-how between students of different universities, cultures, generations, and backgrounds. Our efforts have been duly recognized and appreciated by Honorable Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad, former Minister of Law and Justice, Union of India, and by Mr. R. Venkatramani, Learned Attorney General of India. We began this journey in the year 2020 with the first edition of SK Mishra Memorial International Mediation and Negotiation Competition. We received 30 provisional registration, out of which 13 participants participated in the same. We had the support of our mentors, Trust Legal Advocates and Consultants, always with us. This competition in its first edition shared among the winners prize money of worth rupees 50,000 INR. From second edition, we have converted this competition into online mode with a good participants from global teams, and I would say excellent participation from all across the world. In the 5th edition, this year, SK Mishra Memorial International Mediation Negotiation Competition shared among the winners the prize money of worth rupees 3 lakh INR. We also had awards of all categories and all rounds and levels in this competition with the aim to show our appreciation to the hard work of the participants in the competition. We organized a workshop for all the participating team on mediation and negotiation process and skills on 24th February 2024. The workshop witnessed the presence of global mediation experts like Mr. 𝐒𝐂𝐑𝐈𝐁𝐄, Principal Associate Dispute Resolution at 𝐒𝐂𝐑𝐈𝐁𝐄 & Co., Ms. Josephine Reyes, Accredited Mediator, Department of Communities and Justice, Area Directorate, NSW Government, Mr. Pascal Comalius, IMI, Certified Hostage and Crisis Negotiator, and Mr. Inan Gupta, Mediator, and our very own Ms. Iram Majid ma'am. The competition was organized has been organized from 15th to 17th of March 2024. On day 1, that is 15th of March 2024, we had preliminary round 1 and preliminary round 2. Yesterday, we concluded our octafinals round, then the quarterfinals, and today, since the morning, we had the semifinals, final round, and now this valedictory ceremony. On a high note, here we are right now, and now we pulled through such an exceptional competition, SK Mishra Memorial International Mediation and Negotiation Competition. With the support of our sponsors and partners, Trust Legal Advocates and Consult Solicitors, BW Legal World, Saraf and Partners, Newman Law Offices, MZM Legal LLP, Phoenix Legal, IIM, and AppCam. With their presence and involvement throughout this event, we have had an immense and incredible technical support, guidance, mentoring by Ms. Iram Majid ma'am, Director, and now the Central Government Standing Council. I'm thankful to all the participating teams from around the world for a splendid show of courage, potential, proficiency, discipline, and the skills in mediation and negotiation competition. My heartiest congratulations to all the finalists and the upcoming winners. Thank you all, and I hope to meet you all in the 6th edition of our SK Mishra Memorial International Mediation and Negotiation Competition. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Daisy. I would now request very humbly Ms. Fatma Ghaith to kindly address our all the audience over here. Ms. Fatma.
Thank you very much for inviting me, first of all, as an honorary guest on this prestigious SK Mishra Memorial International Mediation and Negotiation Competition in its 5th edition. And I would like to thank specifically Ms. Iram Majid that I got the opportunity to meet last week in Riyadh during the Riyadh International Disputes Week. So thank you very much for the invitation to give me the opportunity to speak to you today. My name is Fatma Ghaith, and I'm the Associate General Counsel for Weatherford International. It is primarily a company that is involved in the upstream oil and gas services. I've been with this company now for over 11 years, and my legal scope includes managing the legal affairs for Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, Kuwait, and Oman. Prior to my tenure with Weatherford, I worked as a banking and finance lawyer, specializing in Islamic finance with Baker & McKenzie between their Riyadh and Bahrain offices. So combined with that, my legal career spans over 18 years. One of the first things that struck me during my legal career was the amount of disputes that arise on a day-to-day business, whether I am working on a transactional project or whether I am working as an in-house counsel in my capacity as an advisor to my internal clients that are basically the different departments within the company. As a result of that, I decided many years ago, around 2015, 2016, to pursue a further career in mediation. So at that time, I enrolled in the mediation courses that were offered by the Chartered Institute of Arbitrators in London. I completed the mediation pathway to become an accredited mediator, and I've been an accredited mediator since November 2017. The education training in mediation was very essential for me to equip me with the necessary skills to know how to approach my work as a mediator, not just if I work as an independent mediator on international disputes or domestic disputes, but also how to work as a mediator in the workplace to solve conflict. As an in-house counsel for Weatherford, I've noticed the amount of conflicts or disputes that I have to deal with as an in-house counsel every day, arising between different employees within different departments or between employees and the company. So I had to act as a mediator to try and find ways to solve these disputes without them reaching basically any organizations outside the company. So if it was, for example, a dispute between an employee and the company regarding something to do with an employment agreement, I strive with my legal department to try and solve that issue internally without having the employees seek the courts to basically solve these disputes. And I've noticed that over the years, acting as mediators, as in-house counsel within the company has helped us in tremendous ways. First of all, it helped us, it's quicker, it helps us to resolve the disputes in a faster manner. Secondly, it is more cost effective and cheaper for us to do that, rather than having, for example, to hire an external counsel to assist us on litigation or even arbitration. We found that mediation was actually more cost effective for us as a company, and it helped us to save millions of dollars through the years. And third of all, it is very important to preserve the relationship between the parties. At the end of the day, we don't work in isolation. We all work with other employees, we work with the company, we work with different organizations. And sometimes parties want to preserve the relationship going forward in the future. And we sometimes think that going into litigation or even going into arbitration could harm this relationship, which is why as a company within Weatherford, we encourage mediation to solve workplace conflict between employees and the company. And as a result of that, the company set up something called an ombudsman. And I sit on this ombudsman as part of the ombudsman committee that assists with the solving of employee conflicts in the workplace. Also in my job as an in-house counsel, we've had cross-border international disputes that have reached arbitration. And we found that in some of those arbitration disputes, it became apparent to us that even if we were able to get an arbitration award, it would have been very difficult for us to try and enforce it through the local courts in certain GCC countries. So it became very apparent to us that mediation is actually very important. Having realized the complexities that could arise in the future in enforcing those arbitration awards, we decided willingly with the other parties to go into mediation, and we appointed third-party independent mediators to mediate and settle the dispute. And that has helped us in saving costs, and most importantly, as I said, to preserve the relationship with the other party and to give us an opportunity to continue work in the future. Also, what I found in mediation in particular, that usually mediation, from what I have seen at least, sometimes could be the last, let's just say, option or the last resort that the parties would go to. Usually when people have a conflict or a dispute, I would say that each party wants to enforce its position or its arguments against the other party. After those parties have exhausted like some time in litigating or even sometimes in going into arbitration, and they realize how much time they spent trying to solve this dispute with no success, they then, I would say, they become more leveled and more grounded and more open to mediation. I think this competition, which is a very prestigious competition, and it's the first time that I hear of a mediation and negotiation competition. I've heard previously of arbitration competitions, but not, to be honest, of mediation and negotiation competitions. So I applaud you for having such international mediation competition internationally offered to students all over the world. We need to encourage mediation as an alternative form of dispute resolution, and not just like any other form of dispute resolution. I believe that mediation should be the first step that the parties resolve to in resolving disputes rather than litigating or going into arbitration. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Ms. Fatma, for your time, for your explanation, and for giving us insight about the work that you are dealing with. We are extremely thankful to you for your time. I now very humbly request our guest of honor and the most important support of this competition, Mr. Sudhir Mishra, sir, for delivering his address for the day. Sudhir, sir.
Thank you, Salim Saab. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Perfectly fine.
So good evening, Honorable Justice Mushtaq. What a pleasure to have you here. We are really grateful. Good evening, Iram. You are one of the finest lawyers we have in the country. You are being recognized. Now you are standing counsel, more responsibility for you. Manohar sir, for supporting me and supporting this mediation competition, not as the head of the institution, but also somebody who believed in it. And Salim sir, who is the real Chanakya, real guru, real moving force behind all of this. And Fatima ma'am, for you coming and representing such important section of mediation and being a general counsel, spending your time and coming and meeting these bright students. I am so overwhelmed, and the entire team, which is led by Daisy. This mediation competition was primarily Salim Saab's idea and supported by Lloyd. Iram gave it wings and actually made it something which is exceptional. I can only tell you, not only we are training the young students in the art of mediation, even somebody like me has been converted to mediation. The Supreme Court last year involved me in 2 major mediations, and I was part of those mediations, and I learned so much. And I was about to tell Iram that Nandini Gore and I did a large mediation for Supreme Court on an issue, and I remembered that how much I have learned with whatever is going on in this. So before I come to the starting of this competition, I would like to talk about father, my father. Your parents are your living God, and my father was no exception. He was a simple person. He was a teacher. He was teaching mathematics. He was a first generation graduate from his village, somewhere near Banaras in Uttar Pradesh. And then he got into Bihar. He left teaching in a college and he went into PECS and later got promoted as an IAS at a very late stage. But all his life, he lived like a teacher. He wanted to teach primarily. And one of the example is that we were 4 siblings, 2 brothers, 2 sisters. He insisted that in whichever village he'll be posted, whichever subdivision he'll be posted, we will study in those schools only. So we all were educated very simple schools wherever in Bihar my father was posted. And he was so sure, he used to insist that what newspapers we'll read in the morning, what time we'll get up, light our old laltin, put the kerosene in it, clean the laltin, and when he will come back from his walk, we'll tell him what we have studied in the day. So our routine was very, very different. We had to prove it to him that marks are not very important, attitude is very important. And this reading of newspaper, which my father somehow installed in me, stayed with me. Salim sir and Iram both know that on any given day, I'm writing in virtually every newspaper on from Mirza Ghalib to legal issues. I don't leave it anything. In fact, we have got an amazing judgment from Supreme Court last week on Tiger. After almost 8 or 9 years, Supreme Court has passed a major judgment on Tiger, how forest and tiger are integral. And I have written an article which will be published tomorrow in Bar and Bench and other places. So I want to say that sometimes blessings are in all forms, they come to you. I never wanted to be a lawyer. I became a lawyer because, and this I'm telling to all the law students, and I have not mentioned some of the names. Trust Legal has only one office apart from Delhi, that is in Kerala, in Cochin. And the reason is I found a person there who was more Sufi than I know any Sufi. His name is Advocate Prem Nawaz. And he files amazing matters there. And we opened a small office with him. He represents all kind of simple people. He's in fact hearing this, and I can see he joined this. And we realized that legal profession is something, all the people who have come from first generation, and they always have this belief that how will we do it? And let me tell you that I was a reluctant lawyer. I wanted to study history and I was very good in history. It is your parents sometime who guide you, who tell you to do a particular subject. In my case, my father told me to do law. And he was persistent and insistent that I should do law and make a career. With God's grace, I run a legal 500 top 30 firm in the country today, which is largest in media broadcasting, environmental law, ESG, sustainability, oil and gas. And I don't know how it all happened, because it's sometimes your parents tell you to push into a particular direction. And if you follow those advices, you are pious about it, it really brings a lot of laurels. So this competition has become very unique. I have been told repeatedly by my distinguished friend Iram and Salim sir that the kind of international participation which we have received, and also see how internationally our judges have come now. This year, I have my good friend Tim Williamson from London. He represents Foodstay. He is going to be a partner soon, one of the top space law firm in United Kingdom. And they are here. I have a firm from Uzbekistan, 𝐒𝐔𝐁𝐄, and Jahangir, one managing partner, was part of the final rounds. And similarly, I think we have Fatima ma'am from such an important jurisdiction. So I think the internationalization, we had Sumit Sen from Canada, who runs, he is my classmate in graduation. He's a Rhodes Scholar, and we studied history together. And so it has become very international. Let me tell you, next year we'll add an element of green with the support of Honorable Justice Mushtaq, because he's one of the finest in the mediation, we understand. I was part of Delhi Arbitration Week. I was speaking on green arbitration. And I have pushed a lot of agendas that all the contracts in the country have to have a sustainability clause if you are doing a real development or you're doing anything. Now the funds are demanding that if you want to do a arbitration or even for mediation, you will not do it offline. If I'm giving you some money for a sustainable furniture company or a sustainable project or a sustainable food chain, then I will insist that all the work should happen in a sustainable manner. In fact, United Kingdom started a project called Chancery Lane Project, where each and every real development state project has to have integral elements of sustainability, like how much water you will use, how much waste disposal will be done, in what manner it will be done. And these are part of the green pledges there. So I would come back to the institution and my seniors in mediation sector, that can we put some green element to it? How much virtually this competition has been designed. Tomorrow, can we do green mediations? I know mediation is sometimes very personalized. I don't know how we'll achieve, but in arbitration, we are going to move forward that the funds, especially the green funds, will now ask for a green arbitration in a very different, because one big arbitration we normally cost you 20,000 trees, the kind of paperwork which is done in that. So new things are happening, and I'm very, very happy that yet again, the 5th edition, we have come back with the support and the hard work of team led by Iram ma'am, where we have achieved, what we have achieved today. This competition is something which will show the way to the world on mediation. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sudhir sir, for your kind insight with respect to the competition, with respect to on Mr. S.K. Mishra sir, who has been your father. And we have all the pleasure of, I have been telling this to Sudhir sir, and I would repeat this, that S.K. Mishra sir was a teacher, and the barakat of that, being a teacher and serving the society, even after retiring from IS, he started teaching and coaching to the students for the IS. So for lifelong, he continued to be a teacher, and there is a kind of work which he has done to our society, which has actually carried this competition to the global level. And wherever the invitations go for this competition, everybody receive and welcome and participate in this competition. Thank you so much, sir, for giving us support and giving the name to this competition by the name of your father. And we are very privileged to have this. Thank you so much, sir. Now we have the pleasure of the presence of Honorable Mr. Justice A. Mohammad Mushtaq, sir. Lordship is a permanent judge of the Kerala High Court since 10th March 2016, and the chairman of the Computerization Committee of the High Court since 18 September 2019. the highest court in the Kerala, Lakshadweep, Kochi, and Ernakulam. Lordship was born in Thana, Kannur, Kerala on 1st June 1967. Lordship graduated in law from Vaikunta Baliga College of Law in Udupi, Karnataka, and obtained post-graduation in law from Mahatma Gandhi University, Kerala. Thereafter, Lordship obtained his next post-graduation in Space and Telecommunication Law from Paris 11 University, studied private international law course at the Hague Academy of International Law, the most prestigious place for learning the international law. Advanced course on e-commerce and intellectual property from the World Intellectual Property Organization, the parent organization of the Global Society, and trained as a mediator by the European team from the United Kingdom and MCPC and the Supreme Court of India. Lordship enrolled as an advocate in 1989 and started practicing in various courts and statutory authorities in Kannur and served for around 7 years, mainly as a litigation lawyer and arbitrator. Lordship served as mediator at Kerala Mediation Center. While practicing, Lordship served as standing counsel for Kannur University. Lordship appeared for several educational institutions, telecom companies, authorities, local authorities and local bodies of the government and served as a faculty of law for training and mediation on with the IIAM and panel arbitrator at ICADR and IIAM, and a member of the International Institute of Space Law and Indian Society of International Law, the parent body of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in international law. Lordship has also served as managing editor of the online legal newsletter Link, charter member and treasurer of India International ADR Association, and Secretary of Mediators Council of India. On 23rd January 2014, Lordship was appointed as additional judge of the High Court of Kerala and became a permanent judge from 10th March 2016. Honorable Lordship, we welcome you to deliver the Chief Guest Address.
Thank you, Mr. Mohammed Salim. Thank you, Manor. Thank you, Mr. Sudhir Mishra. You spoke eloquently. You mentioned about your father and its work and contribution to society. Perhaps today's program, we need to relate to his father's service, how he related himself to the society, how he connected with the society, how he looked after the society. That's most important for youngsters to learn, because we all now disconnected from society. We virtually live in a virtual space, digital space, detached from values and connections and relationships with society. When today's we are speaking about, actually, I want to speak on those lines on which Sudhir Mishra spoke. He came out of his bottom of his heart. So I really want to touch upon those aspects. It's a competition. Yes, you learn what is a competition. You learned about what is a mediation. But unfortunately, our students community or persons or professionals in the mediation community, by and large, believe the mediation is a tool for a dispute resolution. That's a point to which I want to relate the Sudhir Mishra's father's work, how you connect with the society. Before that, I want to convey to the youngsters who are over on the screen, who might be listening to YouTube. There are two great events happened in the last year. The Parliament passed two enactments, the Digital Data Protection Enactment and this Mediation Enactment. Both are path-breaking enactment, the legislation in our country, which will shape the future of legal profession. So many could not celebrate for the reason that they could not comprehend what is the objective behind it. And legal profession in the future will depend upon either of this enactment. And your career, would depend upon any of this enactment. We, the seniors in the profession, may not be able to guide you because we are not experienced and we don't have any exposure to those fields. But youngsters like you who are on the screen, who are hearing the speech here, should think about it, shaping your legal profession in these areas. It would be your cup of area, your field in the future. So it is for you youngsters to celebrate, because Parliament or country has offered for you a new field for at least, for area of practice. Having said so, I should come back to the idea which Sudhir Mishra spoke about. His father as in work, how he connected himself, how he contributed to the society. The Laws People, which is written by, authored by Rawls, the Rawls speaks about an idea of social contract extended to society of people and bringing new values to the society, building new relationship in the society, and create a progression thereon. What is a law all about? What does justice stands for? Law is all about creating a relationship. On basis, what is the basis? The jurisprudence we follow, set up philosophical thinking thoughts which culminate in the works, ultimately pave way for the legislations. You might be learning all those things in the law schools. So ultimate of law is building relationship. And we as a judge do the justice, looking at the law and ideas behind the laws and principles which governs the law.
Yeah.
This is short and sum of the legal system. Now, what's the mediation stands for? Is it a mere tool for dispute resolution? Yes, it can be used as a tool, but mediation goes beyond as a dispute resolution. It's actually transform an individual. If you get an opportunity to undergo the process of mediation, you will understand the transformation of a personality, the transformation of identity within yourself, and building. You'll be in a better position to understand others. Respect others. The two buzzwords we use in mediation process are empathy and communication. And these are two things we lack in our sphere of relationship, whether in international relationship with countries, whether within the countries, or wherever the relationship are built, whether it been through the commercial sphere of your relationship or any other relationship, the state to the people within the community or society, the teacher to the students, the doctors with the patients, the companies with the customers. If they are able to understand the values of empathy and communication, and their world can be transformed. That transformation should take place within a person who is undergoing the mediation. That's exactly the aim of the mediation. It's true, it is reflected as a tool for the resolution of the disputes. Of course, it's manifested for the dispute resolution as well for that. But primarily, mediation is all building about relationship. In whichever the sphere you work, in the universities, it is a relationship between teacher and student. It can have an impact. The world looking for such liberal values for today, in every walk of our life. Between countries, between nations, if that people could understand, there would not have been genocide in the world. There would not have such a casualties that would happen in the world. We need to promote certain values in this globe. That exactly in the role spoken laws of people, the idea of social contract extended to the law of society, where people are looking in terms of building relationship through liberal values, and both liberal society and non-liberal society will have to accept those ideas to build relationship. My youngsters here, you may step out from your law school after graduating. You are in different terrain. You may become a corporate counsel. You may become a litigant counsel. You may end up with your job somewhere else, not necessarily with a dispute resolution. But every sphere, you are building a relationship, whoever with whom you may connect. But mind yourself, these both are important in empathy and communication. And that will transform. That will build a new relationship. And that will transform a company or wherever you land up. I have seen that in my sphere of life as a judge. I was trained as a mediator way back in 2005. And that transformed me all along my litigation practice. That when I became the judge, I'm not stopped mediation, but I still practice mediation in different form. I try to balance things in my judgment. I understand the grievance of both. I try to balance both issues and try to give a judgment or orders would be acceptable to both. We are looking at it from a different angle. And often I try to, if at the interaction with the party, when I was dealing with the family roster, it can bring a big impact wherever you are. It's not necessary on looking at a dispute resolution. That's what I'm saying. Don't misunderstand that mediation is all about dispute resolution. It needs to transform. If we can follow the ideals and objectives of the mediation, we can transform this country. We can turn away all the hostilities, hatreds exist in our country in different form, whether based on caste, religion, or whatever the form, linguistic barriers, all this exist and create certain hostility within us. We need to remove all these barriers exist. The cultural, social issues we face today, all the issues we face today, only way of emancipating ourselves is through this medium. So my brothers and sisters and the youngsters here, embrace mediation as a value, a cultural value for transformation, a transformation within ourselves, then within the society, within nation, then spread it to international. This should be our motto. And if you keep yourself with an idea of or objective of these principles, certainly we will usher a new world within ourselves and global in a different path, the path of peace, hostility to hatred. And whatever we want to achieve in this globe as peaceful coexistence can be achieved. So mediation can transform the entire globe. So with this word, I congratulate the entire team organizing this program and inviting me. Let the great work of Sudhir Mishra's father, SK Mishra's, continue through the mediation, that it will become a beacon of hope for our country and beacon for hope for all the youngsters to lead your life and whichever walk of life you may end up after your law school career. With this word, once again, thank you all for inviting me. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Lordship, we are extremely thankful to you for giving presidential address in this program today. Keeping in view that you were in Delhi in the morning, traveled to Kerala, and exactly at the time you joined the program without looking at any other thing. We are extremely thankful to you for your precious time, for your giving us all the support and giving us all the guidance in terms of being here and to give lessons for all the student community of the whole world in this program. So
Salim
he wanted to speak something. Sudhir sir.
Honorable your Lordship has said something which has really made me think. And I never normally come in between. I know people are anxious to know the results and they all are looking at Ira ma'am that she's coming. But we have 2 minutes extra because we are actually managing time in a Japanese way today. So, so I'll just want to tell you that what a point sir has made, that it's not limited to the legal fraternity. Honorable Justice also tells us that for all kind of issues which we have in our society or transboundary issues also, and as we can see that what is happening around us, the whole narrative is so sharp polarized in any form, in anywhere. I remember my father, for one thing, he was district magistrate of 2 of the most difficult districts in Bihar. One was Shivhar, other was Muzaffarpur. And as a child, I remember very clearly that on any, and he was being hailed as one of the person under whom no problem, no peacekeeping can be disturbed. So he used to do mediation only. Like he'll bring both the communities together. He will sit and spend hours with them and they all will do the iftar in the evening and the processions will happen. Like, you know, how sharp is Bihar and UP used to be in 1990s and 2004 and 5 till then he worked. So what Honorable Justice has told us that not only it equips us as law student or lawyers, even as Honorable Judge says that as a judge, he finds it very relevant, the art of the entire mediation in day-to-day working, which I think is a big eye-opener for all of us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sudhir sir. Now I would request Ms. 𝐒𝐤𝐵 Majid ma'am, Central Government Standing Council, Honorary Director, Lloyd Law College, Chairperson, Lima, Director, IIAM and APCAM, to kindly announce the results of this competition.
Thank you so much, sir. And a warm welcome to Justice Mushtaq. And he's always been kind, you know, because we are sharing one thing. I would like to say one thing about him, that we share one same bond, that is IIM. So he was earlier the faculty in IIM and I replaced him. So that is the same bond which we share together. And sir, you always give me the tedious thing and the most crucial part of, you know, of this competition. And all the students will anchor with me, either with hate or with love. I do not know in what manner. So before I start with the, you know, running with this PPT or with the teams, you know, their performance and about their accolades, I would like to say that there is what is the difference between winning and losing? It's the most often not quitting. A quitter never wins and a winner never quits. So this is what the spirit should be. And with this, I would like to start with the, you know, with this PPT, and kindly hold your heart and your heart as well. And so for the best mediation plan, is Pramod CS, Symbiosis Law School, Hyderabad. Many congratulations. And the best negotiation plan is 𝐒𝐔𝐁𝐄𝐑𝐈𝐁𝐄 Awasthi and Shivam Chopra, University of Petroleum and Energy Studies, Dehradun, UPS. A big congratulations. Best opening statement for mediator, Parth Tyagi, Maharaja Agrasen Institute of Management Studies. The next is best opening statement negotiator, Pratiksha G. Rao and Priya Sharma, National Law University, Odisha. Next is best teamwork between client and counsel. So Nandika Sood and Pranav Patil from the MNLU, Mumbai. Next is best relationship building between other teams, Sanya Goel and Divyam Kandhari from OP Jindal Global University. Heartiest congratulations. And the best acknowledgement of cultural differences, Pratiksha G. Rao and Priya Sharma from National Law University, Odisha. Now the best creative solution, Sanya Goel and Divyam Kandhari again from OP Jindal University. And the best performance first time participating team, it is from National Law School of India University, 𝐒𝐔𝐁𝐄𝐑𝐈𝐁𝐄 Sharma and Anish Gupta and Harshit Gupta. Now the time is for runner-up mediator. So Amishi is the mediator who secured runner-up mediator, Army Institute of Law, Mohali. And the best mediator goes to Ananya Sharma, HPNLU University, Himachal Pradesh National Law University. Very well done. And now the runner-up for negotiator team, Ananya Kohli and Anika Sehgal, National Law University, Delhi. Very well done. And the best negotiator is E&V from Singapore Management University. Very well done. Congratulations to all of you. So thank you so much for being here. And I would like to say thanks again to my dear friend Fatima for being here. And it was a pleasure meeting you last week in Riyadh. And I would like to say thanks to Tim William also for being here, and Salim sir and Manohar sir and Sudhir sir for inviting me again and again for announcing this award. It is a very, very crucial thing and very difficult task. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Iram ma'am, for your time, for announcing the result, something which is always seen by all the participating teams. Now we come to the end of the valedictory session. Before the end of the valedictory session, I just want to communicate to all the teams who participated, especially the winning team members. It has been conveyed to us by Mr. Sudhir Mishra sir that all the team who have been in the winning side or in the runner-up side or in any component they have won. So all the team members of all the team will be getting the internship in their respective locations, be they from Singapore or Malaysia, or they are from any part of the world. We will be providing a quality internship at their locations, and we will circulate the form to all the teams to have to fill their time slot, to fill their space slot in terms of place. And we will provide quality internship from all across the world to all the teams in different law firms and law offices. Congratulations to all the teams. Now we come to the end of the program. I am extremely thankful to the presence of Honorable Mr. Justice A. Mohammad Mushtaq sir, Judge, High Court of Kerala, especially in this hectic schedule. Sir, we are extremely thankful to you for giving your time and appreciating and guiding the student community of the whole world, especially in something which is crucial, not only in terms of profession and practice, but also in terms of their personality as a professional. Thank you so much, Honorable Lordship. I am thankful to the presence of Miss Fatima Ghaet from Saudi Arabia, and someone who is into profession and practice in almost 2 decades and working in high-stake matters and working with the top lawyers of the world and working at such a level. We are extremely thankful to you for your presence in this program, in this valedictory program, and guiding our students and our teams by your presence, by your experience. Thank you so much, Fatima ma'am. We are extremely thankful to the presence of our own Mr. Sudhir Mishra sir. He has been running out of time from a program in Delhi and drive down to campus. I insisted him, no, we want your presence, and especially on this day, because this program is something which is owned by Sudhir sir and me. So we are extremely thankful to him for his presence in the campus and always giving a kind of support to our student community in campus. We are extremely thankful to the presence of Iram ma'am with Ramzan, with Rosa. She has been, on Sunday, giving time to family and spending and opening Rosa with family is something which is actually very prestigious. But for these students, community, and all my OC and my core committee members, she's always shoulder to shoulder in every time in our law school. This competition has risen to this level because of his support, I must have to say and confess and convey to all of you. And we are extremely thankful to her for always giving time. Only in one short message, ma'am, we require your presence. She's here with us. And inshallah, we will open Rosa with her over here. Thank you so much, ma'am. We are thankful to the presence of our own president, sir, Mr. Manoj Tharani, sir, on Sunday, giving time to all my students and his presence and saying yes to everything when it comes to academics, when it comes to quality progression. He's someone who has been a force behind us and confidence behind us. He's a trustee, and the kind of trust which he has given to us for doing everything for our student community, and not only for law students of Lloyd College. He's someone who has been always thinking about the law student community of the whole world and trying to give everything, whatever is possible in terms of giving training and progression to our students. Just to share with you all, Here are 54 students from different law schools and different colleges, not only law, different colleges around India. They are given training for 2 days in our campus, in our Forensic Science Center on this Saturday and Sunday on ballistics and law. How the criminal law in ballistics, and in last 2 days, 54 students from different colleges, not only from law background, but different background. They have been trained in last 2 days in our campus, and we provide all support in terms of transportation, food, and everything without charging anything from them, just to make sure, because we have built a world-class, at least one of the top laboratory in India on forensic science, and we are providing great training programs not only to students, but last month we have provided training program to the judges and advocates of our Bar Association in Greater Noida and Delhi. And we are very soon going to have an Inspector General, IG level person who is going to take care as a director of our Forensic Science Center within this month or next month. And we are going to have the training program of the judicial officers who are serving in the courts, and police officers and the advocates who are working in the POCSO matters, in the document matters of technical standard, where evidence is required for investigation in terms of cyber, in terms of document, in terms of serology, in terms of all other aspects. We are inviting and we are scheduling all the training programs for all of them. This law school is greatly, and Forensic Science Center is greatly the vision of our trustee, Mr. Manohar Tharani sir. Sir, we are very thankful to your support all the way. We are thankful to Ms. Daisy, who is the program director this year and has been conducting this program in last 5 years. She is the first and foremost person in terms of doing this competition. I have told her when she was passing out last year that this competition is your brainchild, so you have to carry it for life. I have told her that we are here to support the cause of the student community of the whole world. We are not doing it for ourselves. We are doing it for the profession, for the people of our country and the whole world. Thank you so much, Ms. Daisy, for doing everything in this competition. And along with, I'm thankful to all my core committee members, all my teammates in organizing committee, be it Preet Kaur, Randeep and Rishabh, and all the team members who are here. We are thankful to you for all your support, your time, your intelligence. We learn from you. I'm telling you, we learn a lot of things from you. The way you people carry out these things so seamless, so simple, so marvelous, so qualitative, and making these things so good. I'm really very obsessed by the quality of work that you people do in such a simple way. Thank you so much, all my core team members, all my volunteers who have worked. 100 volunteers have worked in last 2 days in this competition. All my staff members, we are all thankful to you. Thank you so much. I just wish to convey that next year we will come up with this competition on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 7, 8, 9 March 2025. From here, thank you so much. I just require 1 minute time of all the dignitaries. Over to you, Daisy Pallavi.
Thank you so much, sir. We have a short video every year we do this. We have a short behind the scenes video to share with all of you to recognize and to show how the organizing committee has worked behind all these days. So we just request 1 more minute of all of yours. I request Preet to please share the video.
And with that, SKMMIMNC 5.0 comes to an end.
Thank you, Daisy. Thank you so much. Just wish to convey my small thanks to my organizing committee, Mr. Akash Reddy. Thank you so much. Vaishnavi Singh, thank you so much. Purvika Upadhyay, thank you so much. Soumya Chaudhary, thank you so much. We are glad to have your support always, today and tomorrow and forever. Samriddhi Tiwari, Manya Purwar, Riya Chandra, Charul Goyal, Tamanna Khosla, Dr. Tamanna Khosla, Harshita Singh, Amulya Chaudhary, exceptional work, especially to my core committee, Randeep Singh Gumbar, Preet Kaur Saluja, Mr. Rishabh, Simra Moeen, Akansha Kumari, all thanks to you for your quality work, and especially three more important members, Mr. Vikas, who has done all the great work behind the scenes, Mr. Mukesh, who has done all the great work behind the scenes, and my IT team members, Mr. Anjani sir and Mr. Sumesh Mishra. Thank you so much, everyone, for this important world-class and meticulous competition. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, all the guests and everyone. Thank you. With the permission of our chief guest of the day, Honorable Mr. Justice A. Mohammad Mushtaq sir, we will end the session. Sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
But before that, I would like to add something on behalf of Lloyd Law College that Justice Mushtaq, we would like to see you very soon in campus.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. We just wish to have your presence in our
For
campus.
sure, next time, definitely.
For sure, sir. For sure.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.